Alrighty, I'm really excited because last night around 7 p.m. I think it was, I went out to my mailbox and I discovered, ba-bam, my author's copies, woohoo, of my little book of poems, Kindred Matter, by me. So, I'm really excited about this book because it took me about 14 years to create it, and now it is a living, breathing, tangible thing in the world that others may partake of, so I'm pretty excited about it. On the back, it's my little bio, that I went to school at Weber State University. I did the English creative writing and poetry emphasis. Also spent time studying with the School of History, Philosophy, and Religion at Oregon State University. Talks about how I started writing poems when I was really young. My husband and I were talking about this the other day because I find very often when I'm trying to speak and get out ideas or emotions or feelings, I kind of stumble over my words. I've noticed just even in these recordings, I do this thing a lot. And so when I was younger, like trying to capture an emotion or a feeling or an experience, I would write it. And even now when I'm trying to convey really strong emotions to my husband, I often write it down. I find that I'm a better writer than I am a speaker. So that's kind of how I began with poetry. I really liked a lot of poets when I was younger. My grandmother used to read to me, and I thought they were really cool. I did a matte finish of my book instead of glossy. I just like the matte better. So this is available now for purchase. You can get it on Amazon in print or Kindle, and I'll leave a link to that below the video if you're interested. Kindles are cool. I think it's only like 99 cents right now, and if you have a Kindle, I think if you have a Prime account with Amazon, it's free. So if you do happen to read it and you like it, give me a little review because I'm interested. I've been flipping through it. It's so cool to actually have this on paper in a book. It is really exciting. Any of you who have ever done this before and you finally get that copy, it's pretty dang cool. There's a couple little glitches with the layout that maybe if we do like a second edition of this, I will speak with the publishing about getting some of those little things fixed. But I also kind of like it because it's a little, I don't know, it's a little different, and I like that because my poems are a little different. So I thought I'd read you the Acknowledgments. I took a picture of this and posted it on my Facebook and my Instagram so that the people who I acknowledge and inspired me and helped me become a poet in my own right have their place in the book, and I'll read this to you. This book is dedicated to all warrior poets, Denny's artists, and coffeehouse readers everywhere. To the poets of the past, the bards and griots who keep the history alive in word, for the dream keepers and the myth makers. To Mary Ellen Likens, aka Swan, Cyrus Brandhauser, Dante, Colleen, Maddie J., the recently deceased Nathan Durkee, and also deceased my good friend William Barlow. To my beloved Adrian Phoenix Stumpp, and our son Alexander, and to my teacher, mentor, and oh captain, my captain, Ogden Poet Laureate, Brad Rogar. So those are the acknowledgments. I think I might, well, I don't know, do you want me to read you a poem out of it? Kind of excited to. Yeah, I will. So I'm going to read you the very first poem out of my book, and the first chapter is called Origins. This poem is called Seeking to Find. I know you are looking for something. I am looking for something too. Perhaps if we look together, we may find it. between the cracks and crevices of what is real and what is not real, in the canyons of vision quests and the oceans of mystery, or if we sit very still when the sun sets over the desert, a rattlesnake may tell a tale to those who listen. A midge may murmur his life's memoir in a second, or the rain clouds may paint their cumulus chronicle across the sky in watercolors. We come away wet, covered in muck and happy. The world breathes, and we breathe with her, and spend our entire lives trying to get back to her. We look for her in mirrors and lakes and in the blue-black of a magpie's wing. We search and search eternally, and perhaps it is the search which defines us, makes us human, breathes magic into the world. Beneath the moon, we dance and laugh and journey into the night searching. We long to dissolve into the joy of it, into the sea of not knowing, seek only to belong to the search, the revolutions of the earth, spinning in the breath of the sun upon her. If you see the secret, you are the secret, and everything else is the secret too. If you look into the void opens. My name is myth. My name is story. I know you are looking. I am looking too. So that's the first poem in my little book, and that just is kind of like the quest of a human being and a seeker and an artist. All human lives are beautiful and filled with beauty, but I feel like it's the weird, wacky, crazy artist types that take notice of just how beautiful that thing is, and you try to capture it. And it's so difficult to try to capture it. It's like trying to hold water in the palm of your hand. But poetry is one of the ways that I try to capture those moments. Dance has been another form, but poetry is the oldest one for me. This is where it all began for me. So I'm really excited to have this little guy out there in the world. And those of you that have already read it and left reviews, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All of your commentary about it and any of your good thumbs up or anything, it just makes me feel like the past 14 years of my life and a 4-year degree and hours of navel gazing has been worth something in the world. So thank you. And I'm also going to read you out of my daily meditations. I've already done most of my morning routine, and my son and I are getting ready to go to the library for Discovery Hour today. We practically live in the library. It's our home away from home. But before we go, I'm going to read my daily meditation, and I'll share it with you. So yesterday was ownership, and that one was a little weird to me. That one, I was thinking about that one a lot yesterday, and I'm still kind of trying to process that one. Today, 219, the 219th day of the year, is all about composure. Although they may have to kill or suffer themselves to be killed, a person of composure remains dispassionate. Nothing is ever destroyed. Nothing is ever created. All is infinity. Oh, I like that. So, I just said I've been trying to capture these little moments in my book, and this is saying I'm capturing nothing. All I'm doing is reflecting infinity back to itself. Love that idea. So here is the author's take on what that means. For most people, killing is an abhorrence. If they had to kill, they would be horrified, and their emotions would be uncontrollable. Likewise, if they were being threatened with death, they would be afraid and would struggle to keep alive. Both these situations involve extreme attachment to what we know and how we wish to remain. Both situations indicate a fundamentally limited view of the world. We assume that we are truly destroying someone, but though this body may be slain, the soul cannot be slain. Every soul is but a part of an infinite cosmic soul. You could subtract numerous souls from the world, and the number of souls would not be diminished. Numerous souls could be born, and the number of souls would not be augmented, for nothing is truly destroyed, and nothing is truly born. Only appearances change. Therefore, people of composure view the transformations of the world calmly. They do not become alarmed with the different permutations of phenomenon. They know that these are all merely outer manifestations of an indefinable, unlimited, and infinite reality. I like that. Very Tao. So I've noticed even in my own life, now that I'm getting a little older and I've lived some life, and part of most of my youth is behind me now, just how many incarnations and transformations I've gone through in this life, let alone whether or not there are other lives that come after this one. So I guess, everything is transformation and everything is temporary is just so true. Every morning I look in the mirror and I notice that things are changing more and more. And that's part of life. I'm nearing the autumn of my life now, and that's my favorite time of year, so hopefully this will be my favorite time of life as well. I know it's definitely like my most secure in myself point of my life. I feel really good about who I am. I know who I am, although even that changes all the time. And I feel really strongly about the things that I'm good at, and I continue to just double down on those things so that I can present the gifts that I have to the world, and I always encourage other people to explore that aspect of themselves and give the best of themselves to the world as well. So, peace and namaste. Thank you for those of you that have read my book, and if you're curious about my book, go give it a look-see, and a review would be much appreciated. And I hope you all have a beautiful Wednesday. It's nice and overcast today. It's not nearly as hot as yesterday, so if you feel like going out for a walk, today'd probably be good. And enjoy, be safe, be careful, be love, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.